Hey, shalom, shalom. Hayawam Tawad, which means good day. Anakna waha aibar. Yasha Allah hawalakim la'atam. Call Shabawai Baharakha wa Kakshaw Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua Ma'amath, which is truly, hey, with the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua to preach to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners. Nacham Atam Kaya Hamalakwath Hashemayim Korab. Repent, yea, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call Layim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua Bahasham Racha HaKodash Wa Mashana Kabadim Zukoyim Nawa Wa Mala'akam Sharish Zukoyim Racha Gadawa Wa Chasad Wa Shalamam Wa Barakim Laha Bacharim Shah Hakaway Shah Shalamam. So all praise to the Most High Yahweh, which means he exists. Bahasham, and the name Yahweh Shai delivers. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Israel, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and mercy, peace, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom, which means peace. So today's lesson is entitled AhlapBayath wa AhlapBayath. All right, which when you go into it, alphabet derives from AhlapBayath. All right, and those are pretty much the first two letters. 𝐻𝑒𝑊 or Mayan 𝐻𝑒𝑊 alphabet, pretty much from the Hebrew alphabet. So more specifically, Mayan 𝐻𝑒𝑊 alphabet from the Hebrew alphabet. So it says letters of a language. This is the term of the etymology for the word alphabet. It says letters of a language arranged in customary order, 1570s, from late Latin alphabetum, Tertullian, from Greek alphabetos, from alpha beta. All right, and I wanted to get a precept on this because it says customary order. So what is that customary order? Let's get we'll get 𝐻𝑒𝑋𝑒𝑄𝑟𝑎, chapter 18 and verse 30. It says, therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not, also Leviticus, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua, your power. All right, now this is going into what this is going into this chapter. All right, but I want to apply the part where it says, therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, because when you go into that word ordinance, it goes into something. I'm gonna get this word for custom because that goes into ordinance as well. It says 𝐀𝐋𝐤𝐿𝐿. All right, and this pretty much goes into a statute or ordinance, a limit and enactment. It says something prescribed. It says a custom, because going back to the word, it says custom or manner. And we go down here, it says that which is established or defined. All right, because when you go into the alphabet, all right, it was a certain way that it was established. All right, and it was 22 letters. All right, and we know that the different languages have their different numbers of letters, but what initially was established was those 22 letters. And that's why it says arranged in customary order, because it comes back from the custom of Hebrew, or the Lashon Kodash, or Lashon Kodash, which is or the holy tongue. It says from Alpha and Beta. It says it is also attested from early 15th century in a sense of learning or lore acquired through reading. Words for in Old English included that word right there, literally row of letters, array of letters, compared to ABC, which pretty much is nothing more than a abbreviation for alphabet. So it says also ABC, spell ABC from the first three letters of it taken as a word. So pretty much a acronym. That's what ABC is. Now going back, it says from Greek alphabetos. All right, because what we'll see is that alpha and bet are the two letters in the Greek. All right, and let's go to that. This is the word for alpha. It says from Latin alpha, from Greek alpha, from Hebrew or Phoenician, now we know it's Hebrew, see Aleph. Right, now that's going to be Ahlap. All right, I'm going to continue reading, though. Well, actually, let's get that point for Aleph. It says Aleph, which is Alap. It says, name for the Hebrew and Phoenician first letter, ancestor of A, from Shemitic languages, pausal form of Aleph or Alap, which means ox. The character might have developed from a hieroglyph of the ox's head, also see alphabet. Now, this is going into Ah. All right, and when you look at Ah by AhlapBayath, you'll see that it looks like an A sideways, and it's going to a ox's head, and it also goes into a leader, a chief. It goes into the head, the beginning. All right, but that's where they get the term alpha from. That comes from the Hebrew word, or the Hebrew word and letter alap or ah. It says the sense of beginning of anything is from late 14th century, and in this is often paired with omega, the last letter in the Greek alphabet representing the end. The sense of the first in a sequence is from the 1620s. In astronomy, the designation of the brightest star of each constellation, the use of Greek letters and star names began with Bayer's Atlas in 1603. Alpha male was in use by century C 1960 among scientists studying animals applied to humans in society form 1992. Also see 1300. Now, when we go into that term alpha, it pretty much goes into Mayan Alap, as I was stating, Mayan Alap by AhlapBayath, meaning Ra'ashwan or Bara'ashith. All right, Mayan Alap from or the word for ox, by AhlapBayath in Hebrew, meaning Ra'ashwan first, or Bara'ashith, beginning. All right, so meaning first or beginning. All right, and also going into leader or in heading. All right, that's why it has a term alpha male. All right, alpha male, it comes from Alap. All right, let's get some precepts on that. Let's get Ezekiel 𝐀𐋿𝐤𝒃 chapter 38 and verse 2. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. All right, let's get that word. When you go into chief prince, right here it says Nashayah. All right, but prince is Shar. Prince can also go into Shar. So Ra'ash Shar, Russia, you see, chief prince. All right, and that's going to be in the heading. All right, and that term alpha going into alpha male. All right, pretty much showing dominance. All right, and when you look at Russia, it's a dominant superpower. All right, because pretty much they get the term alpha male from the first character in the Hebrew alphabet, showing you that everything has a Hebrew origin. All right, let's get another one, and also showing that dominance, because goes into alpha and Alap, showing that leadership and that dominance. All right, let's get I'm gonna show you Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. All right, a prudent man, someone that's wise, you see, is going to foresee the evil because they have the foresight. All right, coming from the understanding of the scriptures, it says, and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. All right, because these are the characteristics of a true dominant male. Verse 4 to point. But it says, by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life, because a true alpha male is going to be humble. All right, and he going to have them leadership qualities. All right, let's get another one. This is the Holyum, Psalms chapter 25 and verse 21. It says, let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee. Now, we can get this word for integrity. It says tham, which means integrity, completeness, fullness, simplicity, innocence. Pretty much going into doing what's right. Let's get it. Let's get that word for uprightness, which should be yashar. Why yashar? And uprightness, it says straightness, evenness, moral implications, rightness, what is right, what is due. Pretty much coinciding with being austere. You see a true alpha male, AhlapBayath, alpha man, you see is going to be upright, straightforward, direct, austere, you know. Let's get another one. This is Mattathiah. There's also a AhlapBayath, alpha male, is going to, or more specifically, AhlapZakar, that's alpha male, Gabar is man. All right, more specifically, let's go to Mattathiah, Matthew chapter 7 and verse 24, because alpha male, AhlapZakar, is going to stand on what he believes in. All right. So let's get Mattathiah chapter 7 and verse 24, because this is a true alpha male. All right, you got the, you know, groups like Red Pill and like MGTOW and stuff like that, but the true alpha men are in the truth. You see, the elect. All right, this is Mattathiah chapter 7 and verse 24. It says, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock, a foundation, which is Hamashiach Yahushua. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, going into that man, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. All right, that's the true AhlapZakar, the true alpha male. All right, coming back or going to the letter or Ahlap. All right, which is the first letter, 𝐻𝐻𝐿apBayath, AhlapBayath, the first letter in the Hebrew alphabet. All right, let's go to the term beta. All right, but just showing examples of Ahlap or alpha. All right, because again, they get the term alphabet from AhlapBayath. They took the first two letters from the Hebrew alphabet, so to speak. All right, let's get beta. This is the term for beta, which it says it comes from Beth Hebrew, which is Bayath, which is the second letter, Bahayawan, which is in the Greek alphabet, Mayan Ibarya Bayath Shahaya house, Ba'Ibaryath Wagam Hamasapar Shanya, which pretty much is, which is house in Hebrew, and also the number 2. All right, because what you'll notice is Ahlap, alpha, that goes into the number 1, hence the reason it shows dominance, it shows leadership, and heading, you know, in the beginning. All right, and then which beta, Bayath, they're using, the Greeks use it as number 2 because it's after number 1. All right, also showing you that each letter corresponds with a number. All right, then I'm gonna get a word, because pretty much like the alphabet comes from Hebrew, or they use Hebrew to get the alphabet, because you'll click on it and it'll tell you they get it from Hebrew. All right, so let's get this word. Zahadabar Quadama. This is the word Quadama, which is the east. It goes into the east. The root word is east. Sharash Dabar, east, Quadam. I'm going to go over to H6927. It says antiquity, former state or estate or situation, before origin, antiquity, beginning, origin, former state or situation. All right, let's get this. It says beginning, origin of ancient days, a former pristine state. All right, now I want to get that and tied into the lesson, because pretty much everything has the origin to where the Lord set everything up. You know, going back to the Lashawan, you see everything has its origins from how the Lord set it up. You see, because a lot of times Esau like to say, oh no, this came from here, you know, this came from there. Everything started over here. You know, we started with grunts, groans, and stuff like that, you know, but no, everything has its origin from how the Lord set it up back in the ancient days. And also this word Quadam also going into Going into ancient. Let's get that. Because when you go into this root word, it says from before, antiquity, ancient time, how the Lord set it up from the beginning. You see? And the alphabet from the beginning was how it was set up by Lashawan Kodash. And the Lashawan Kodash, all right, it wasn't called alphabet. All right. And what we'll notice is in each different, most languages go off of the alphabet. And what the alphabet came from was the AhlapBayath, what they got from the Hebrew. The first two Hebrew characters was AhlapBayath. That's where you get alphabet from. You see, the only one of the only countries that we don't see that goes off of the traditional characters looking similar to the Lashawan Kodash, AhlapBayath, is going to be the modern Hebrew. Adawan Ratazah, Zabana Yapa, Lord, as well. That was a beautiful edification through the Spirit. Wa Adawan Ratazah, Atham, Yash, Yawam Tawab. Hey, Lord's will, you all have a good day. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. How you want Tawab, Shalom.